is an essential element for erythrocytes, red blood cell production. Approximately 70% of the body's iron is present in red blood cells as hemoglobin. The remaining iron is bound to other proteins such as transferrin in the blood or ferrin in bone marrow. Each red blood cell contains about 280 million hemoglobin molecules. Hemoglobin is a molecule composed of 4 myoglobin units, each containing one heme group and one protein chain. Iron allows for oxygen to bind to itself within a hemoglobin molecule and thus facilitates its transport from the lungs via the arteries. Approximately 30% of iron is unloaded into the interstitial fluid and then into the cells. Hemoglobin also transports about 23% of the total carbon dioxide, a process called carbaminohemoglobin. When red blood cells die, their iron is released and carried by transferrin in the bone marrow and to other organs such as the liver and spleen. In the bone marrow, iron is stored and used when needed to make new blood cells. Iron is therefore an essential trace element that is used to form hemoglobin within the blood, and thus contributes to the perfusing of the tissues with oxygen and removing CO2 from the system.
Now, anemia is a condition where the body has a decreased number of red blood cells. This is a common manifestation of chronic kidney disease, as chronic kidney disease causes impaired kidney function. The kidneys are responsible for secreting erythropoietin, which stimulates erythropoiesis, the formation of red blood cells in bone marrow. Impaired kidney function means a reduction in erythropoietin secretion, thus reducing the number of red blood cells formed. Iron deficiency also plays a part in anemia, as iron is essential in the formation of proper functioning red blood cells, as it is a key component in hemoglobin. Iron deficiency and chronic kidney disease both contribute to the reduced production of red blood cells, causing anemia. Iron deficiency can be commonly caused by excessive menstrual bleeding.
As mentioned, iron is needed for production of red blood cells to carry oxygen. Therefore, this important component were to run out or decline, physiological functions may be affected as well. A decreased amount of iron available for hemoglobin means the body's oxygen carrying capacity decreases. This can lead to tissue hypoxia, where clinical manifestations observed a condition such as ischemia, witness fatigue, skin pallor due to reduced hemoglobin concentration. Also, an increase in respiratory rate, dyspnea, as well as dizziness, fainting, where the central nervous system is affected as organ function deteriorates due to lack of oxygen. To tackle this effect, the body compensates by increasing the heart rate to deliver more oxygen-carrying hemoglobins to vital organs, hence we experience tachycardia. Stroke volume is also increased, allowing more blood to be pumped around the body, which can lead to hyperdynamic circulation and cardiac murmurs or high-output cardiac failure. Capillaries also dilate to increase blood flow. Other organs may assist in compensatory mechanisms, such as the renal system, where decreased blood flow is detected, and the kidney activates the renal angiotensin response, which leads to sodium and water retention as the body attempts to increase blood volume.
The physiological compensation in anemia can be divided into two groups: hemodynamic and non-hemodynamic. Hemodynamic mechanisms are those that involve responses from the blood. Low levels of oxygen in the blood stimulate the kidneys and the liver to release the hormone erythropoietin. This stimulates an increased production of red blood cells within the bone marrow. Baroreceptors in the aorta and carotid artery detect hypoxemia and stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. This increases blood pressure and redistributes the blood to the organs of highest oxygen demand. These are the myocardium, brain, and muscle. Additionally, the extraction of oxygen molecules from hemoglobin is increased in the capillaries to allow for greater tissue perfusion. In non-hemodynamic responses, the body compensates for anemia in ways that are not directly related to hemoglobin. The sympathetic nervous system offsets low blood volume and viscosity by forcing the heart to increase its cardiac output. The increase in preload enhances stroke volume, causing the left ventricle to contract harder and more forcefully. Tachycardia is also initiated to fasten the pace of blood ejection and thus oxygen transfer around the body.